What's going on, guys? Video Game Expert here, and today we're going to be replacing the sticks on an Xbox One controller. As you can see, there's quite a bit of dirt on this controller. A lot of dirt has built up around the D-pad, as well as in the cracks where the grips are, so we might as well go ahead and give this a good clean while we have it open. As always, all tools used will be linked in the video's description. Today we're going to be using a cloth, a screwdriver, a Torx 8-bit, a razor blade or X-Acto knife, a plastic pry tool, the replacement thumbsticks we're going to use, as well as an air gun. Our first step in disassembling the controller is going to be to remove these two plastic pieces on each side, and in order to do so, we're going to use this plastic pry tool. What you're going to want to do is take that plastic pry tool and wedge it in between the openings of the controller, dragging it down. As you do, you'll see that the plastic piece starts to pop up. You're going to want to go ahead and grip where the plastic piece came apart and pull straight away from the controller. It's going to make a horrible sound as if the controller's breaking, but it's just the plastic pieces coming unclipped. As you'll see, it's extremely easy for dirt to build up inside the controller. This can cause buttons to stick as well as the controller to malfunction, so it's always important to wash your hands before playing. Now we're just going to use that exact same technique on the other side of the controller to get that plastic off. So go ahead and take your plastic pry tool, get it in between the two plastic pieces, drag it along, and you'll see that the plastic piece pops up. Now go ahead and grip that plastic piece and pull it straight away from the controller, and it should pop right off. Now with both plastic pieces removed, we have access to the screws, and in order to take those out, we're going to go ahead and grab our screwdriver and our Torx 8-bit. There will be 5 screws in total, one here, here, one hiding behind the sticker, here, and one right down here. With those 4 outer screws removed, we can now focus on the screw that's hiding underneath the sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my knife here, and I'm just going to cut a little semicircle where the screw is. Once revealed, we can go ahead and get that 5th and final Torx 8 screw out of the controller. With all of the screws removed, we can now go ahead and pull that front plate straight off of the controller. It'll come off without any hassle. And as you can see, there is a ton of dirt built up within this casing. Let's go ahead and set that to the side and start a pile of plastic pieces to be washed. If we look at the controller, we can see that there is an extreme amount of dirt, so we're going to have to give this a pretty good cleaning. In order to get that back plastic piece off, we're going to go ahead and grab the top and bottom of the controller as well as each side of the back plastic, and then we'll just push down on the left and right trigger as we pull them apart, and it will come right off. We now have access to the thumbstick, so we're going to go ahead and grab that and pull it straight up. I'm going to go ahead and replace each one of the thumbsticks on this controller. So I'll just grab this one and yeet. As you can see, there is a ton of dirt buildup around this D-pad, so we're going to go ahead and remove that D-pad and clean that as well. And to do that, we'll just grab our tweezers, we'll pull down from the bottom of this metal casing, and then we'll lift it straight up and it should pop right off. And we'll clean this up with a wet cloth just to make sure that there's no dirt buildup left over. As we'll take a closer look at this D-pad, you can see the amount of dirt that has built up over time. It's just disgusting. With the controller disassembled, we're going to go ahead and grab all the plastic pieces that we're going to wash. This one right here, the D-pad, the front plate, as well as both of those plastic pieces that we used the pry tool to get off. These can go just right in the sink with some soapy hot water. Give them a good scrub. I like to use a toothbrush. While those plastic pieces are drying, we should go ahead and grab our air gun and just clean the controller off the best we can, getting away any of the loose dirt. Let's now go ahead and grab our wet cloth, and we're just going to clean any of the areas that really need it. As you can see, the sides of the buttons have some dirt buildup, so we'll just give those a quick cleaning. Once we've wiped everything down, we're just going to go ahead and give everything another final look to make sure it's clean to our liking. Let's go ahead and check out the plastic pieces. As you can see, they clean up real nicely. While we take a minute to admire what a fantastic job I've done on cleaning these plastic pieces, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure to comment down below any ideas you have for future videos that you want to see, and if you have any tips and tricks of your own, make sure to comment them down below as well, because I'd love to hear from you. Before we reassemble, I do want to remind you that it is extremely important that all of our plastic pieces are completely dry. If they are, we're going to go ahead and start reassembling by starting with the D-pad, and we're going to go ahead and drop that in with the curved portion towards the bottom. Then we'll go ahead and grab this metal piece, and to give it a little extra life, we're just going to pull up on each one of these prongs right here. This will make the D-pad sit more securely, as well as give it a little spring it may have been missing. With all the prongs pulled up, we'll take this long portion of the metal and just put it right to the bottom of the D-pad. We'll drape it over, and then we'll push it firmly down. It will snap right into place. Then we'll just give the D-pad a couple presses each way and make sure everything feels right. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's go ahead and grab those replacement sticks. As you can see, the inside there are slotted holes that just have to align with the stick. Once you do that, you push them straight down and they go on without a problem. I like to grab the controller from the back. I'll line up the stick with the slot and push it straight down. And we'll use the exact same technique with the other stick. Once both thumbsticks are firmly installed, I like to give them a little wiggle and move them around to make sure that everything feels as it should. If everything checks out, it's time to go ahead and reattach the back casing. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and line up these metal prongs right here with this side of the plastic. Once we have those metal prongs aligned, we're going to push on that back plastic casing towards the front while we pull down on the left and right trigger. That will let the plastic sit in place. With that back piece sitting flush, we're going to go ahead and grab our front plate of the controller, and that will just drop right down over all the buttons. With the back and front plastic pieces now sitting flush, we'll go ahead and pop in our Torx 8-bit into our screwdriver and reinstall the 4 outer screws. Lastly, we're going to pull away that sticker and install our 5th and final Torx 8 screw. With all the screws reinserted, I want to go ahead and check every button to make sure that it feels like it should, and if it does, we're going to go ahead and put on the last 2 plastic pieces. All we have to do to reinstall these plastic pieces is to line them up just as they were before and push them straight down, and they'll pop right into place. And we'll use that exact same method on the other side. If you enjoyed the video or it helped you in any way, make sure to subscribe to my channel as it helps the channel grow. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time a new video goes live. We'll be posting new videos weekly, so make sure to check back if you aren't subscribed. Thanks again for watching, guys.